Hi there. Welcome to Wednesday Comics,
The
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Alex.
And we're here today to talk to you about 6 gems or 6 comics that we're looking forward to of the week of April 11th, 2018. It's still winter. Something about snow.
No sunlight.
Yeah.
Snow's coming. Roads were fine at least.
Yeah.
He told me right.
That's right.
I told you
don't have
right.
to worry
It's
about it right
grayed out.
now. But eventually you'll have to worry about it. But anyways, we'll have Alex take it away with his 6 books that he's looking forward to this week.
Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 21. Remember from last issue? Someone's in the pool, and Bizarro sees him. Pissed.
It's like, that's my kryptonite pool.
That's my kryptonite pool. That's where I swim. Get your own. You know what? Not Kingpin. Penguin's on this book. He hasn't made an appearance. Actually, he's one of those characters. I haven't seen a lot of Penguin other than the Batgirl.
Right.
So it's actually kind of nice. I'm actually excited to see what's going on in this book. Probably top 5 favorite Rebirth books.
So great.
So if you're not reading in issues, read it when it comes out on Hoopla or trades, whatever your style is. Great book.
We've got Soy's on this issue too.
Soy? Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
God, this book's I even looked inside. It does look really good. Got Crude, number 1. Marvin read the solicit on our forecast. Tell you what, when Marvin talks, I don't barely listen, but I know it's Russian related, and I think is he an assassin or his son was an assassin?
I think he's an assassin.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I haven't even looked through it.
I did look through it. It does look pretty great.
Actually, looks pretty good.
I'm glad I picked it up too. I wasn't originally going to, but I looked at it and I was like, okay, I have to pick this up.
Now, my personal, I'm sure I'm the only one who's getting this. Domino, number 1, Gail Simone. I blindly bought this book. I don't remember what is it. Blind Buy is what Marvin calls it.
Yeah, Blind Buy.
I could have cared less what this book was about. I know of Domino, but Gail Simone is one of my favorite writers, so I had to get this book. And I haven't even looked inside. Looks immaculate. Obviously, I cannot wait to read this book. This is honestly one of my most anticipated books for this week.
I saw she's gonna do a one-shot of the dog that's in that book too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's gonna be a one-shot dedicated to the dog.
Oof. That means I'm having another Hawkeye. TMNT 81, as you heard on the forecast, not caught up on it, but you see the Rat King right here playing his cute little fluty harmonica thingamabob. Looks like he's controlling some people. Obviously, they've got lesser minds than humans, or maybe they are humans, I guess. Who knows? Marvin, read this book. You're missing out on some turtles. Garrett can attest. Turtles have been in the book.
They've been in the book, and guess what? When the turtles are in it, it's great. So right now is a great time to read this book because they're actually in the book.
Ooh.
Who would have known that going to read a TMNT book, you'd want to see the TMNT?
Oh, spoilers.
I'll just leave it at that.
Dry County number 2. This is another book that Marvin and I were going to get, and Garrett's like, well, bros, I want to be a part of this. Got it. Great. You heard from the forecast, this is my most anticipated, solely on, I love this cover. I love the cover on the first one was great. Second is amazing. There's something about the coloring and just that it's just so simple. Inside the story is told. Now, is that considered a pro, or is that more just like journaling?
It's like a journaling technique.
That journaling technique is great. So instead of having to get all of this dialogue, it's more just telling you what's going on and letting the pictures do the work for you. Another book I'm not caught up on, but I am so excited for, is Thanos number 18. I couldn't even tell you what it's about, other than judging by the cover, you're gonna get old man Thanos beating up on young man Thanos, and some stuff is gonna go down.
The last issue of the Thanos Wins arc, besides the annual that'll be coming out soon, definitely going to be an explosive issue.
I couldn't even look inside it because I don't want any spoilers.
Well,
so I got to catch up. But don't worry, we'll talk about it this week on the show.
Right. All right, over to me. We got Dead Hand number 1, written by Kyle Higgins with art by somebody I don't know, Stephen Mooney, I think. Basically, it's a Cold War era. I don't believe it's a mini. I think it actually is going to be an ongoing now. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But if you like, Cold War, espionage, kind of, underlying government threats, things like that, this is the book for you. There'll probably be some spy action in here, some double agent stuff. So if you're really into like espionage world, this is one you're definitely going to want to check out.
Looks like a Velvet kind of book.
Right,
so
absolutely.
If you're looking for a Black Widow book, this is the way to go. I know it's not Black Widow, but...
Right, but spy book in general. We got Deadly Class, number 33. We're at the part 2 of the new storyline. I'm surprising that came out an actual month later. This book Marvin Knox has been doving off. I don't know, I've read all of it up to the last like probably 8 issues or so ago, and I'm still loving it for what it is. Especially that my favorite 2 people are back in this book, so everything's good for me. So we'll see how this explosive arc will keep going, especially with the cliffhanger of last issue where it looks like Victor and Marcus are going to do fisticuffs. So we'll see.
I think my thing for this book, I still love it, but it's something different than what book 1 was, that I'm hoping that it does get back into man, balls to the wall, so excited. And that last issue was great,
right. And
I'm sure this issue will carry on from there.
Next, we got our little horror book, Gideon Falls, number 2 by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Issue 1 was pretty crazy, very macabre and like scary and intense. And I think we're going to kind of keep rolling on the train with Gideon Falls number 2. I still think back to issue 1, like I said on the forecast, there's one scene that made me like literally jump, and I still get goosebumps thinking about it because it was drawn so horrifically that it just like sticks in my brain every time I think of this book. So
drawn really well, it looked scary. I don't want you said horrifically, like it was drawn horribly. I don't want to be telling people the wrong thing.
The image was drawn horrifically, as in it's a horror book. So look forward to that. Next, got Immortal Men number 1. We got Jim Lee on art. We got Lee. Oh, sorry. I don't know who the writer is. Can't remember his name. Whatever. Oh, it's James Tinney in the 4th. There's a lot of people on this book. But basically, this is heroes from the entire continuity or history of the DC Universe from all over time. Obviously, we've never seen them before, or that you might have. I don't even know any of these characters, but I read the preview and I was really impressed by it. So I'm excited to dive in and see kind of like DC mythos inserted into actual U.S. history, world history, things like that. Hopefully that's the direction this book's going. Buy the solicit on Diamond, who the hell knows. But based on this cover looks great. Very excited to read and see what happens. Alright, next, got Oblivion Song number 2. Loved issue 1. Loved it so much. I'm so excited for the second issue. I know it's probably, I don't know, it feels a little bit lighter than issue 1, but issue 1 had a lot of content, I'm sure, an oversized issue 1. But I think I'm so excited for this new monthly series. I think the art is great. The coloring is really great. The fact that it's kind of like a monster book, like fighting monsters and like trying to save people from monsters. I love that kind of survival monster kind of type book. So very excited to see what issue 2 has in store, especially from the cliffhanger of last issue, where we find out someone close to our main character is involved with some stuff. So, no spoilers. Oblivion Song number 2. My creme de la creme came a week early, and that's the Action Comics 80 years. How did they say? 80 years of Superman hardcover. It was supposed to come out next week. Well, all the ads said it was coming out the same day as Action Comics number 1000, but it came out a week early. And the part I'm most excited about this is there's a 12-page, never-before-seen Siegel and Schuster story about Superman, his creators, in this book. So probably going to rip it open, go right to that, and then I'll go back and read all the other stuff later. But the 12-page Siegel and Schuster story is what I'm looking forward to the most. And this gets me so amped for next week. Action Comics 1000, we're getting basically a new age of Superman. Not to say that Rebirth hasn't been great, it's been amazing, but excited to see what happens next in the future. We're not going to talk about anything else the rest of the week, just Superman, so Alex, you can just leave now. You might want to go out that door.
Bye, guys.
There, but, I don't know, but seriously, very excited. Next week's going to be a great week, so I'm very excited for that Gauntlet, that show. And
I hope every issue next week for your gems is just a different cover.
I know, different cover of action. I did order some, so we'll have to stay tuned for that. But, yep, so I'm just going to keep holding here because I love it so much. But that's the 6 gems that Alex is looking forward to, 6 gems I'm looking forward to. Good week of comics. It didn't seem like it was going to be a great week. Then you actually get them in your hands, and there's a lot of good stuff coming out this week.
A lot of stuff I'm excited to read.
All right, so we hope you have a great week reading comics. I'm Garrett.
I'm Alex.
And this has been Wednesday Comics, The Gauntlet.
Hey, everyone. Keep collecting those gems.